So today we're going to talk about a game that you may have already heard of, and if you haven't heard of it, you may have seen it and not realized what you're watching. So we're going to talk about a game called Poppy's Playground because it could be taking over your feed, your kid's feed, or someone else's feed. And it didn't win the attention spans of everyone because of its gameplay. It won it because it created watchable moments that got people addicted and created its players into creators, and it became this really great loop and a great story to be told. So let's talk about why this is interesting. So first of all, Poppy's Playground is not a AAA game. It's not complex at all, yet it is everywhere. If you're scrolling, you may have seen it. You probably have seen it and not recognized what you're watching. So what actually drove the growth for Poppy's Playground? So first of all, it's reactability. Reactability is the way that people are watching this and what they're doing. It is built for jump scares. It is built for that jerking reaction that scares people. Streamers get excited because it gets to get people engaged. It creates distribution. It's creating TikTok clips from these scares because they're funny, they're laughable, shareable moments that people want to share with one another. And every scream is marketing for Poppy's Playground because it is showing off the game. It is showing raw, real emotion, and people love it. Most games ask, how do we get players? This game also asks, how do we get shared? And that is a genius. Second is the lore, the obsession, the loop. It's not a fully explained story. These games are built in ways that just don't make sense, so it doesn't need to make sense. It leaves gaps intentionally. It lets people create what they want, these moments in their head. It lets you create those theories that they want to share with each other. So whether they're watching jump scare reactions or sharing lore or theory, all there. You can see the content on YouTube. It's also building into Reddit where it's more storytelling, and Discord. It keeps the story alive. It keeps the story going and watchable. Players stop playing, but they don't stop thinking about it. People's attention spans go to different channels. How do you keep their mind on the content that you're creating? Then they have episodic drops. Think about FOMO. FOMO is huge in culture today. People don't want to miss out on these opportunities to get something that someone else doesn't have. And what they do really well at Poppy's Playgrounds are create these episodes and these chapters where you're going to see spikes in players and then it starts to drop down again, but then it spikes back up again. You create this repetition, this sense of, hey, I know when this next thing is going to go, and people make time in their day to then be a part of that experience because they don't want to miss out. It is creating a hype cycle that fuels the growth of the creators who are creating this content. It is this one continuous wheel that is going and going and going. Retention isn't daily, it's moments that people remember. So it's not about the amount, it's about the moments. The other thing Poppy's Playground understands is that it is bigger than players. A lot of the people that watch this stuff don't want to play the game. They're scared to play the game. They're just not gamers. They want to watch for the reactions that people have. They're creating content that is engaging to more than just video game players. It's the people who want to understand these theories, this lore that's being created earlier on. You can see there's this entire cycle that's continuing the growth of these games, and these games aren't even well put together at times. It just has that community that's willing and dedicated to create these shareable moments that people are excited to share, to get those reactions from the players who are reading about it and watching it, to get to those lurkers who just want to keep seeing this new content. The game Poppy's Playground has figured out how this hype cycle works, and it's really playing on the emotions of everyone to keep it going, and it's really cool to be watching this. So think it to yourself, and I'm building out these strategies of how I'm going to be marketing. This is earned growth, not UA, and so many people are focused on UA these days. Obsession scales better than any type of retention, right? So how do you get people stuck in these moments, and how do you keep fueling them? If you find stuff like this helpful, please make sure to like or subscribe to this comment and let us know. Have you ever been part of a gaming community like this? Have you been a creator? Have you been a sharer? What games do you love that you've done this with?